In the heart of a secluded village, there existed a peculiar belief that sent ripples through generations. This belief, deeply ingrained in the minds of the villagers, was a staunch conviction that investing in the education of a girl child was a waste of precious resources. In fact, they compare sending a girl child to school to watering a neighbor's plant. For centuries, this village had held into traditions that favored the education of boys. Boys were seen as the torchbearers of family's legacy, the ones who would carry forward the village heritage and traditions. In contrast, the aspirations of girls were limited to marriage and managing households. In this village, the morning sun would rise, casting its golden glow upon the thatched roofs, while the boys eagerly made their way to the village school, their backpacks laden with notebooks and pencils. The girls were left behind, confined to their homes, where the walls echoed with the whispers of untapped potential. Among the countless girls overlooked by this biased tradition was a young girl named Aisha. Her eyes sparkled with curiosity, and her heart yearned for knowledge that extended beyond the chores of daily life. Aisha's father, Ahmed, was a respected elder in the village, staunchly adhering to the belief that educating girls was unnecessary. One day, a whisper of change stirred in the village when a compassionate and visionary teacher named Miss Farida arrived at the village school. Miss Farida was surprised to see that such traditions existed somewhere in the world. She became determined to challenge the status quo and break the chains of inequality that shackled the minds of the villagers. She began organizing informal gatherings with the village elders, hoping to share the transformative power of educating every child, regardless of gender. Despite facing skepticism and resistance, Miss Farida's unwavering determination gradually softened the hearts of a few elders, planting the seeds of change in their minds. Though their hearts softened, no one among them wants to bail the cat. They were too embarrassed to be the first to send their daughters to school. Even their daughters showed little or no interest in going to school, as they were already very nonchalant about school, not wanting to leave their comfort zone, since they'd been brought up believing that school is for boys and it requires so much hard work. Hence, no one went to school. Several weeks had gone by, but Miss Farida was yet to admit any girl child to school. Aisha, who had heard tales of a world beyond the village boundaries from her mother, harbored a secret dream of going to school. One day, she gathered her courage and approached Miss Farida with the plea to be included in the school. Miss Farida, recognizing the fire potential in Aisha's eyes, embarked on a mission to challenge the village's beliefs. She visited Aisha's home, engaging in heartfelt conversations with her parents, Ahmed and Fatima. Miss Farida patiently explained the invaluable impact education could have on Aisha's life and the entire village. Ahmed, torn between tradition and the law for his daughter, hesitated. Yet, the earnestness in Aisha's eyes and the persistence of Miss Farida planted a seed of doubt in his mind. The village elders, witnessing this unfolding saga, found themselves at a crossroads between the comfort of tradition and the uncertainty of change. After much contemplation, Ahmed took a bold step. He stood before the village assembly declaring his decision to send Aisha to school. The announcement sent shockwaves through the entire village, igniting both curiosity and resistance. Aisha, clad in a simple uniform, stepped into the village school for the first time. the air buzzed with a mixture of excitement and disapproval. However, Aisha's courage inspired a few other families to question the age-old beliefs that had confined their daughters to the shadows. As the days turned into months, Aisha blossomed into a dedicated and passionate learner. She would stay up late studying really hard, but also not neglecting her chores so as not to raise questions. Miss Farida, with unwavering perseverance, expanded her efforts. She organized workshops and awareness campaigns highlighting the importance of equal education. Slowly, the village elders began to see the positive changes in Aisha's demeanor, her confidence, and the knowledge she brought home each day. Before long, Aisha was able to catch up with the others in her class, and soon she was able to outshine her male classmates who were constantly looking down at her. Using every opportunity to tear her down, determined to reach her goal and prove everyone wrong, she doubled her efforts. Many years passed, and Aisha graduated as the top student in the whole village. This made her parents really proud, and they decided to send her out of the village to further her education. Not caring how expensive it was to send their girl to the university, her parents worked super hard, used their earnings and savings to send her to school. Aisha, after completing her education, was retained and employed by the university as a medical professor. She returned to her village and she became an advocate for girls' education, inspiring younger generations to break free from the shackles of outdated beliefs. On seeing what Aisha had become, the village evolved into a village where the aspirations of boys and girls stood on equal ground, and a ripple effect unfolded in the village as more families dared to challenge tradition. Girls who were once confined to domestic chores now dared to dream beyond the confines of their homes. The village, once steeped in gender bias, became a forest of knowledge and progress. This is a story my mother told me. If you enjoyed watching this video, please like, subscribe, and share with your friends as these help us grow. Thank you, and see you in our next story. Bye!